The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Last week was kind of an interesting game for this quarterback, Mike. I mean, somebody who takes such great pride in his ability to win with his arm. He found a ton of success on the ground last week, and his ability to cross the goal line on 3 different occasions went a long way towards securing that win. I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to call his own number if those opportunities continue to present themselves.
A huge play right off the bat to gain of 43 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He keeps it himself. Woo. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. The script going to plan so far. Chance for an early score now. It's 1st and goal. A short game. Down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well, most teams that find themselves in this situation, Mike, what are they going to do on 1st down? They're just going to run it. They're going to just plow it up in there, and the idea is don't make the quarterback take the center exchange in the end zone. Well, not this guy. He decides to throw it deep downfield, and even though it's an incomplete pass, you have to imagine it's going to soften that secondary up just a little bit.
Catch there for the NFL's leading receiver from week 1 in terms of yardage, and this one picks up a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off. And he's going to be close to that 1st down marker, maybe about a yard short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. So a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with McClellan. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Off he goes. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. He'll look to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Falcons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Atlanta. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think a quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. But 3 on the ground? That, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 98 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He fires downfield for Pitts. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he will score. Drake London, touchdown Falcons. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He fires downfield for Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Taking off. And he will score again. Touchdown, Atlanta. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. Open man down the field, Mooney. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. Will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're...
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. They'll look to throw here on first down. The throw on the run is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion moves him over 400 yards passing for the game. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. Uh-oh. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and they're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. He'll run again. And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Touchdown, Falcons. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this one all the way. 92 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with the pass play.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive.
Still first down.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's going to tuck it and go. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Offside. Defense.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with McClellan. Ho-ho! And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the 1st down.
He runs, and he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Touchdown, Falcons. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your...
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
He'll take off again. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Now it is 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On the ground, it's McClellan. And he's fighting and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. Now he'll run. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
Let's go now.
Here comes McClellan. And a short pickup down inside the 10. He'll tuck, and they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Atlanta. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
He's going to take a shot down the field. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. They continue to add points, Greg. Very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
There's that man again. Another catch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the right. That's Pitts. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Yeah. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Touchdown, Falcons. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.